This episode of Tech Zulu is brought to you by Where to Get Engaged.
LinkedIn guru over here, big time.
That's right.
So tell us about your session then, because people, obviously can't be here. So
Sure, yeah.
give us some top tips. Tell people how you can use LinkedIn better.
I mean, you want the best tips, or you just want
I want the stuff that you don't tell anybody else.
The stuff LinkedIn doesn't want you to know?
Yeah, I
That
want the
type of
good
stuff?
stuff.
The dirties?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the big secrets.
Well, basically, here's something I told about in my session that really got people excited. Is if you have like a certain keyword that people search for you, like on Google or anywhere, like say TV or marketing or advertising, right? Whatever your profession is, I can show people how to become one of the top ranked people on LinkedIn for a certain keyword. So mine is sports. Yeah, so if you type in sports in the people search on LinkedIn, I'm the first profile that comes up out of like 500,000 results.
Oh my God.
And it's pretty easy to do, it's just not too many people know how to do it. So hopefully these people are taking some notes down.
Yeah.
So here's what you want to do.
Okay.
There's 5 places in your LinkedIn profile that you want to add this keyword, whatever it is. Have the keyword in your mind, and it can be 1 or 2. So it could be like sports marketing or advertising or business coach or something like that. Whatever you think your audience would be searching for to hire you or whatever it may be. So the 5 places you want to have it in your profile. 1 is the headline. You got to have the keyword in there. 2 is your current work experience. 3 is the past work experience. 4 is the summary, and 5 is the specialties. So there's 5 different sections. And it kind of works like a web page, right? So when you search a keyword in Google, if anyone knows about SEO, who's listening in, like the most relevant thing is like the top.
SEO, search engine optimization.
There you go, right? So it's kind of based off of that. The top of your profile is the most relevant than the things that go down. So you want to have the stuff at the top and then make sure it trickles down. So, but if you test that out, you should move up in the rankings on the first page within minutes.
Within minutes?
I think like 7 people did it during my session, and like 3 of them were number 1, and then a few were like number 2 and 3, and they were like calling it out. They were like amazed that they had the instant gratification. Yeah, so.
Wow. So it's SEO for LinkedIn.
Basically, yeah. But
So
there's 50 million people on LinkedIn, so people are searching for people all the time. Yeah.
Well, that's a good point to make. 50 million?
50 million.
Wow. And that's really important, because everyone kind of, these days you hear, oh, LinkedIn, it's all about Facebook.
Right.
So what's your response to that?
Well, I think LinkedIn is the most powerful social networking platform right now. And it's one of the most viral. It's even more viral. Well, it's more viral than Facebook in some ways. Not as viral as YouTube. It just kind of depends how you use it, in my opinion. But there's just so many quality individuals on there who are looking for what you're trying to do, right? Who are looking for what you have to offer. And it's just a great way to get your brand out there and your company. And
It's good for just generating leads too. I mean, I'm
Unbelievable.
shocked by the amount of people that create a group and then start pushing content to that group. And if you administrate that group, you get all those contacts.
So many. I mean, I have like 10 different groups that I created, right? And one has 20,000 people in it, and it's called the Sports Industry Network, right? And so I've got 20,000 of the top sports executives from around the world.
You did that for free. You didn't buy a
Free.
list from anyone.
Nope. And I send them out a message once a week for free, 20,000 people, and they get an article back to my sports website, free content. And I'm just continuing to be on the top of their mind, adding value, and I'm getting so many speaking opportunities from colleges, from companies, and all I'm doing is just providing value and building up the network. So
Wow.
it's powerful.
You have 9 other groups beyond that one too,
Yeah,
huh? How
yeah.
do you manage all that?
It takes a lot of time. I've kind of lacked on most of them. I just really work on the one because it's my largest, but
Tell me a little bit more about some other things you can proactively use LinkedIn for, because
Sure.
a lot of people, they create the profile and then they just leave and they don't go back to it unless somebody adds them as a contact.
Yeah.
So how can you proactively use LinkedIn?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, a lot of people say that LinkedIn doesn't work for them, and then I ask them the question, well, what are you actually doing on LinkedIn? And they say, well, I created a profile, but I haven't done much in 3 months. They're just expecting things to come to them.
Yeah.
But you really need to take action.
How else can you use LinkedIn proactively?
There's a guy that you can ask a lot of questions and answer a lot of questions. And I'll give you an example of why this works. There was a guy, I asked a question a while ago, it's probably a year ago. After he answered my question, I said, thanks for the answer. Are you seeing any results from answering these questions? Because it takes some time. Are you getting any benefit, any value out of it? And he said, I don't have time to do a lot of the social networking stuff, but I've found that answering questions gets a lot of opportunities from me. And I said, really, how many opportunities? He's like, well, I spend about 15 minutes a day answering questions in my niche on LinkedIn. and I'm getting 3 to 5 new clients a month, bringing in $3,000 to $5,000 extra dollars a month in contracting work. So he just focused on one thing that worked for him and just stuck to it.
And did it consistently.
That's all it was.
So do you think that's what it is? It's not, you know, it's not like you have to go to LinkedIn and do everything on LinkedIn. You can find one thing as long as you do it consistently and it will work.
Yeah. Just add value and be consistent. Wow. That's really, you know, the key to success.
So you can, so what are some of those things then? So you can either create a group, and build your own list of contacts. You can post questions, answer questions. What else?
You can add your blog. There's different applications that you add, the advanced applications. You can forward introductions for people. You can make connections for people. I mean, the more you add value by giving first to your network, the more you're going to receive, obviously. The rule of reciprocity is powerful. The more you give without asking for anything in return, people are just going to feel inclined to help out in return. So just make introductions for people, connect people that can help each other, and add value, really. So
how did you become the LinkedIn guru?
Really quick story. I used to play arena football, got injured.
No, really? You don't look like you played football. No.
Got injured and had to have surgery. So for 6 months, I was in a full arm cast from here up to my hands. I couldn't move my arm. I couldn't turn anything. And 6 months, I got really tired of watching Lost every day. And started getting online. Spent about 6 to 8 hours a day using LinkedIn for 6 months. So I really devoted a lot of my time to learning out how to use it. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. So how do people follow you, Louis?
They can go to linkedinlewis.com to check out my LinkedIn profile, lewishowes.com, or twitter.com/Lewis.
HOWES.
Yeah, LEWIS. So, yeah, I'm all over the place.